Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on the st170 turbo van budget build. In today's video we're going to get everything fitted up. We're going to get turbo on, boost pipes on and loads of other bits. Let's pop over there now and see what we can get sorted today. Go guys, just put the truck away. Oh, Dave's already got the turbo bolted up by the look of it. You just bolted it on?
Yeah, it's on the last one.
Alright, well, I was going to show you bolting the turbo up, but yeah, it's just 4 bolts onto the manifold anyway.
Nothing special.
I think he's done there.
Last one.
I'll show you what we've had to do. What flange did this have on? Because I can't remember the names of it.
T2.
And we actually changed it to T3 flange, didn't we? So what we've done is we've cut the manifold, welded a T3 flange on there. I say welded, we haven't, my mate Andy welded it for us. Then we had to cut and sleeve the screamer pipe bit in, and we've put it on an angle. You can't really see an angle too much there on the screen, but away from where we're going to have to run our boost pipes. We've had to do lots of fettling. I don't know whether I showed you guys. Rocker covers on and inlet, that's all on, clamped up. What I do have to show you is on the turbo kit that you get, which I don't actually understand from Maxpeeding rods, is this specific turbo does not have a positive feed on the turbo, which you do need. So we've had to take this housing off, drill the turbo house, the snout housing, and put our own positive feed in now. But if you go and buy turbo individually from Maxpeeding rods, it comes with the positive feed, which was a bit confusing, to be honest. We've got the oil return in, welded on in the sump and connected to the turbo, and we're going to install the exhaust bit. We've had to cut and re-weld the exhaust downpipe because it's a totally wrong angle. Where's the downpipe, Dave? So we'll show you the angle that it would have been, which is just make you laugh. They pre-welded it themselves and that's where it would come out, which is no good to us. So we had to cut it, re-weld it so it's facing in the correct way that we want it, like that. There we go. So it's not a straightforward fit. We've had to do loads of modifications, but we're going to try and get as much of this fitted up as we can. We can't do the rad and that today, can we? We can mock it up.
No, because it's going for the exhaust next week.
Yeah, we want to keep this clear. We've took the van on the truck to an exhaust builder, and we're having a full stainless exhaust system made. We haven't got pipe benders and they're expensive. If we did have them, we'd try and make our own exhaust, but we're having a custom exhaust manufactured for this, and that's going in next week. So we're going to fit what we can fit and leave out what we need to give them access, basically.
Right, another, I'll keep filming. Another thing you need to point out is this turbo is a journal turbo, not a ball bearing turbo. It's a journal turbo. Maxpeeding send it with this restrictor that is stupidly small. That's
for a bearing turbo.
There's no need for that, so that cause more harm than good.
Good, yeah, with a journal turbo.
Personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a drill straight through it.
Take the restriction out.
This is an oil cooled only turbo, not water cooled. Yeah, oil cooled only.
You want maximum flow with this. With a roller bearing turbo, you can restrict it a bit because it stops. I'm sure if you have too much oil flow on a roller bearing, doesn't it get through the seals?
Any turbo really can push through the seals, but journal turbo relies on the oil. On the oil, yeah. Whereas the other roller bearing turbos and stuff don't, so you can restrict the oil flow. So that's another thing that needs to be known and looked at if you are going to purchase one of these kits. And don't get me wrong, we're still using the majority of the parts, but you need to know that you're going to come across these sort of challenges, basically. Right, Dave found a set of cheap wheels off of Facebook. They were dirt cheap and they've got all good tyres.
So we went with them, we've chucked them on, we've got some lowering springs for the front, and we're going to have the rear axle flipped and all re-welded, so we can lower it a little bit, make it look a little bit better. The wheels ain't the best, but
it won't be a little bit, it'll be slammed.
It will be slammed, yeah. Yeah, like he said, it's going to be slammed. But the wheels are dirt cheap, and we're doing this on a budget, so yeah, that'll do nicely. Right, we're going to show you the outer rolled pipe, tail pipe we're going with. We didn't want a massive bore, it's a flat bumper, we're not going to cut the bumper, so we've got a little 2.5 inch stainless outward rolled tip that's going to come out.
Old school look. Old
school look, yeah. And we're going to go for a one box system pretty much. So still should be alright. We didn't want no massive great big 4-inch dirty tailpipe hanging out the back. We wanted the subtle look whilst we smoke past everyone. Right, we've made some brackets up for the intercooler, so we're going to start getting the intercooler on and start getting some of this pipe work on. I'll chuck you on a little bit of time lapse and we'll crack on, see how far we get along. There we go guys, excuse the noise, neighbour's tram tank over there. So that's that boost pipe run up to the turbo. One thing I do have to say about this kit is you do not get the boost pipe that joins your boost pipes to your turbo, and it's like a reducer pipe. It doesn't come in the kit, so we've had to go and get another one. Dave had that from another build that we've done, so luckily enough we had one. And you only get 2 90-degree elbows in the kit. We've had to go and buy quite a few more, well not quite a few, but a couple more, because we needed it. And we're just trying to work out this boost pipe coming up to the top. So I think we're going to go with a 45 there, a 45 there. It's quite a bit of glare off of that for the camera. Yeah. But we're going to cut them and join them with a joiner and a couple of clamps, and I think that might work out quite well there.
And obviously we'll bead roll them all.
Yeah, once we cut off, we're going to we've got a couple of them, we've got a bead roll, we'll cut them down.
Cut them.
And when we say bead roll, you look at the end of the pipe, it's got, you know, like a ridge to stop the boost pipes coming off, something to clamp to. So we're going to do all of that, but we want to get this fitted up and get this to where we think it needs to live.
This has got to be drilled and have air temp sensor put in it for the ECU.
There you go, I hope you heard what Dave just said there. Right. Let's plod on, see you in a moment. Right guys, Dave said I better show you. We've changed the fuel tank in this one to an older Connect diesel tank. We've got the ST tank and the old diesel tank. Oh, he's got soot in there. Basically, in the older Connects, you have got a fitting for a swirl pot, and what we've done is we've put the Focus RS swirl pot with an uprated fuel pump for about 600 brake. This fan's never going to do 600 brake, so we're well overkill on that. But we couldn't use the original tank because it doesn't have the fitting inside it for the swirl pot, so we've changed it over. We couldn't use the one that came on the van, so we had to go and source an older one, and it has the fitting in. I might be able to show you, I don't know what tank it was, I think it's this one. Dave's thrown a load of crap in there. It's probably the other one, but yeah, basically there's a fitting inside the tank on the earlier ones that you can bolt the swirl pot to it. So we've put the Focus RS pump and swirl pot in this tank, but we've got an uprated internal pump for 600 odd brake, so it's never going to do that power, but we know that we've got more than enough that we're ever going to need in that as well. So if you are going to do one of these conversions, and you've got a later van like we have, well I say later, but it's 09, the diesel tank you can use, but you can't put the swirl pot in, so we had to go and get an earlier one so we can put the swirl pot in and make it all work, and then excuse me, mount and use the Focus RS pump. Dave's just gone and trimmed one of the 45s, trying to make, you know, that's actually going to work right, isn't it? Yeah, get a bit of boost pipe on that. Yeah, we took one of the 45s out of the kit and trimmed it down to size, trying to make that connect. That'll work well once we rolled that edge. Not going to bother time lapsing this bit. It'll last about 1 second. I think that is where that's going to live, Dave. Wait around. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. That worked, couldn't it? Jobbed. We have boost pipes. Right, time to move on to some other bits. This is our fuel pressure regulator. Don't skimp out on a fuel pressure reg because it can cause you havoc. So we've got an half decent one. What we're going to do is we are going to make some kind of bracket coming off of the turret bolts there, so we can mount the pressure reg over there. We've got our Mac valve. Make sure you get a genuine Mac valve if you're going to run a Mac valve. Cheaper ones on the market, I think they sell fakes. It causes you no end of problems, but because we've got a vacuum coming off the wastegate here, we're probably going to mount the Mac valve on the slam panel when it's fitted, so that'll probably go on last. We don't want to run vacuum pipes everywhere for no reason. We're happy with how that boost pipe's fitting, so we're going to mark out where we need to drill, and we're going to put this adapter in the pipe. I'm going to TIG weld it on. So yeah, we're going to mark where we're going to put this, drill it, and then I'm going to try and TIG that in there. I might get Dave to film doing that with my not so great TIGging skills, but we'll get the job done. There we go. There we go. It's ticked on there. Anyone offering to come down for some TIG lessons? I'm taking advanced bookings. Oh, don't know, all joking aside. I've only used it about 4 times odd, you know. It's done, it's welded on, me and Dave don't care, and that pipe sits underneath so you don't see it. But yeah, no prettiness here. We had a few bits of practice and mucking around there, and you know, it's so difficult when you haven't learned and mastered something, but we just wanted it on there. Sensor will go in, that'll work, it'll be fine. So yeah, let's go and we're going to let that cool down, then we're going to try and get that on. There we go, guys. Knocked up a little bracket there for the fuel pressure reg. That's all on there now, that'll be fine. And you've got the valve, the gauge even, that'll go on the end there. So we'll sort that out in a mo. Just ticked up the sensor, the air temp sensor, smashing it in there now. And then, yeah, put that in situ. There we go. And that shall live in there. No point putting it on time lapse. Shame we couldn't get red hoses with that kit. Yeah. Probably would have looked better with the old fire extinguisher, wouldn't it? Snug. Open it now. Let's get that. We'll go in more. This went together perfectly earlier. Now it's snug. There we go. It's working now. Sorted. So boost pipes all clamped up. Do them up into place. And we can wire the air temp sensor in now. Obviously the pipe's got to come back off to do the ends on the pipes that we cut. Yeah, ain't no point bolting them up properly then. We'll flare the ends out. Dave's just putting a down pipe in place. We need to mock up the rad. And the fans, we're just sorting out where they're going because we've got the intercooler down there. We haven't really got room for fans on the outside, so we're going to have them on the inside, but we can't have them near the turbo, so we've got to kind of stagger it over a little bit. Yeah, that's all we can sort of do after that today, Dave, isn't it?
Yeah, until the exhaust is done, because they need the space at the front.
Yeah, we can't build all this back up because they're going to make the exhaust, obviously. So we need to leave it open for them. Are we going to start wiring this up before, or are we going to wait for the exhaust first?
Once boxed up.
Once we box it all up, we'll do it. Do you want to grab the rad? Want to have a little butchers? We think we've put the fans in the correct place.
We haven't cut straps.
Yeah, so we can redo them if we need to. So, what way up does that go?
That way with the wire facing up.
So that's where the front panel would go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we got clearance on that turbo? Yeah, there's loads of room there actually. It should work out alright, shouldn't it?
It's as good as it's getting because it ain't fitting the other side.
No, we've got no hope of getting it down here.
And don't move the intercooler more forward.
No. So the front panel will be there, won't it?
Yeah. That wire will run under the panel.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, you've got more room now than you did have when we've done ST building the Fiesta.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't have any problems. And I don't think that'll be too hot on that fan there, will it?
Yeah,
that should be alright. Should have plenty of airflow. Yeah.
Be fine.
It's working out alright. I think we'll be good.
That one big fan would be more than capable for that rad anyway.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. Yeah, well, that is it, guys. We are coming to an end of the day. We can't really do much else. Exhaust next, and then
once the exhaust's done, then we're going to fit the whole
we can start fitting the rest, the front end and everything else on there, and yeah, start making a bit more progress, get the wiring loom in, get that done. So yeah, that's probably it from us today. That is the Maxpeeding rods turbo kit fitted, universal. Obviously bear in mind some of the things we've said. When you are going to be installing it, every installation's different because you're going to be installing it on a different vehicle maybe, or a different engine. But yeah, in general, we've got it all on. We can install the little boost gauge inside the van, but I'm not sure if we're going to use a boost gauge or not, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge at a later date.
We'll
probably throw it in there. But intercooler's on, external wastegate's on, turbo's on, the pipes are on. That's pretty much all of it, isn't it?
Yeah, just got to bleed the clutch, gear cables are all on.
Yeah. We're pretty close. It doesn't look pretty close, but once the exhaust is on and we could put the front end back together, start putting everything back on, and then we start getting the wiring, done.
Exactly, we'll plumb in all the parts.
We'll plumb in everything, yeah, and then that's it. It's get it running, and then get it tuned, get it down on the rollers, and start getting it mapped up.
It's already got the bigger injectors and put in there.
You've changed the injectors, haven't we? Yeah, to the bigger ones, yeah.
It's got the Bosch 550s in it.
Yeah, we probably won't even need 550s in this build, but...
No, but standard ST ones are going to limit out straight away.
So it is... Yeah, it's close, but don't look too close, if that makes any sense whatsoever. That is it from us today. Yeah, I'm going to say a big thanks to Maxpeeding rods as well for the turbo kit and for sponsoring the videos. There will still be videos on the van, but the turbo kit is all installed now. I'll put a link in the description as normal to the turbo kit if anyone's interested in buying one. We have got a 17% discount which is in there, so feel free to use it. And we'll do the competition very soon. I'm just waiting for them to send out the turbo kit. As soon as they do, I'll announce a competition, we'll sort something out, but there's still going to be more videos on the van regardless, so I'll still put all the links in the description anyway. But yeah, that is it from us today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, hit that button, and we'll see you very soon on the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.